What's up, everybody? Welcome to my show. KRWF 95.9 LPFM, RadioFreeFargo.org. We're streaming everywhere on this blue and green marble. We can get into your ear hole, and I like to do it. That's my aim today. Get into your ear hole with cannabis news. Cannabis general news, legalization news in the state of North Dakota and the states surrounding us and wherever. We got some fun stuff to talk about, I'm not going to lie. We got a North Dakota lady in the news. Drug-related incident that's interesting. We're going to talk about it. They're going to try to charge her with her meth bong water as actual stuff. So that sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? And we'll talk all about it at 4:20 when we open a big fat bag of cannabis news. So again, welcome to my show, Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. Every Thursday, 4:20, open a big fat bag of cannabis news. That's going to happen. So hang out with us. I got feedback. I don't know why. We're going to try to fix it, though. I don't know if I fixed it. But we're doing what we can. And we're going to keep doing it here on KRWF 95.9, the best independent radio station in the world as far as I'm concerned. Again, Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. I'm Wilson. We're going to talk about cannabis, general cannabis news, legalization news, just stuff. As we head into the election cycle, we have a measure being circulated, a new economic frontier. We've got a signature number update. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're going to get into it. I believe God created cannabis for us to use as we see fit, and I show him props every Sunday. 417 Main Avenue, Antioch Pentecostal Church is where you'll find me. 10 a.m. recovery. If you've got a monkey on your back or you've kicked a little banana eater off, but you can still feel him pulling at your pant leg, come on through. We believe the man upstairs can take care of you, my friend. 11 a.m. worship. Again, 417 Main Avenue, Antioch Church every Sunday. That's where you're going to find me. Thanking him for creating cannabis for us to use as we see fit. This show is brought to you by Black Cottage Alchemy. Black Cottage Alchemy on Facebook. 1,200 mgs of locally grown hemp wrapped up into a big fat tub of fun butter for your outer body. Thank you, Black Cottage Alchemy, for sponsoring this show. We're going to say you're listening to Radio Free Fargo 95.9. It's community radio. You a business owner, you a manager, you got a nonprofit organization, you're considering advertising. Why not learn what underwriting is on a nonprofit community radio station instead? To learn more about what underwriting is, please contact us at our website, www.radiofreefargo.org, or at our profile on Facebook. Why not let listeners know you support a community by supporting a community radio station like at a 95.9. Again, thank you, my friends. It's a beautiful day here in the upper Midwest. It's sunny. Yesterday got to 95, about scorched my hind end off. I was arrested early for being outside with no clothes on, but, that's what's happening here. Again, New Economic Frontier is pushing a signature measure push. I've got a number count, an official count, that is. I don't have a drum roll for you, but when we come back after this musical break, I'll give you a little taster. But I got brand new Sublime with your boy Bradley Noel. That is the Sublimer's son. It's Feel Like That, 95.9. Oh, yeah. Feel Like That. Bradley Noel. That's brand new Sublime. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, people? Brand new Sublime. I kind of like the way it sounded. Feel like maybe there was an S-bomb thrown there at the end. That was no bueno. KRWF 95.9, RadioFreeFargo.org. We're streaming everywhere on this blue and green marble, and we want you to listen. Memory Fireworks, home of the Dakota and Memory series, is locally owned and operated. With 3 convenient Fargo-Moorhead locations, they offer a large selection of fireworks from multi-shots to reloads, cones, fountains, and more. You can visit them online at memoryfireworks.com or stop by their Horace location, south of Fargo, exit 56, now open daily from 10 a.m. to 5. Therefore, this 4th of July, light up the sky with Memory Fireworks, proud community partners of Radio Free Fargo. Thank you, Memory Fireworks. You guys are the bomb. See what I did there? See what I did there, guys? Anyway, 420, we're going to open a big fat bag of cannabis news, so stick around for that. I'm going to give you a signature count update here. But first, I'm going to tell you about some stuff going down. REO Speedwagon, June 12th, they're going to be out with Signature Gathering. June 14th, Plaza at the Lights is going to be a show there. There'll be a petitioner. June 15th, Essentia Health Plaza at the Lights again. Then, Renaissance Fair, June 15th, you can sign. Downtown West Fargo, Street Fair, June 15th. And there you go. There you have it. There you go. And there you have it. Anyway, I'm happy to be here with you, talking about cannabis and giving you a signature. Here's from the Dickinson Press. It's possible voters in North Dakota will have another chance to vote on legalizing cannabis in the state. Right now, supporters of a measure which seeks to do so are petitioning for signatures. They need to reach 16,000 signatures by July 8th. As of Friday, they were over halfway there, and I got a email giving me the numbers. Our total signature count is up to 9,435. So, I mean, that's really good. That's really good. But, man, there's still a lot left. So if you haven't signed, you ain't got your grandma, slap her into a wheelchair and get out somewhere. Let me tell you, spots in Fargo. Orange Records, Pure Dakota Health, that's the dispensary. Electric Underground, Tochi Products downtown. My boy Joe's got your signature petition for you. Bismarck, we got Turning Leaf, Pure Dakota, and other places. I'm just giving you a quick. Grand Forks, Strive Life, Devil's Lake, Curaleaf, Jamestown, Curaleaf, Minot, Curaleaf, Dickinson, the same thing I just said, Curaleaf. Again, New Economic Frontier, they're pushing. We're almost 10,000, 16,000 signatures needed in less than a month. So hopefully it's happening. Bradley Foster, a member of the group New Economic Frontier that is proposing the legislation, said this could be a legal, safer alternative that we believe would not only generate revenue for the state, it would generate income for individuals, but would also fundamentally help the health of our state. So again, at the end of this push, I'm going to revamp my show, and I'm going to be talking about something different. Of course, we'll keep cannabis in the back burner because I'm always interested in the news regarding cannabis, and if there's a crazy story, we'll talk about it. But I'm hoping this is my coup de grace, and I can jump out of the cannabis scene and talk about something else. Because even if it doesn't pass, it's ran its course for my ADHD brain. I just can't come up with I can't tell my brain it's fun anymore. I've just beat the stinking cannabis horse to death. All right, well, let's see. What can we talk about? Let's see. Let's see here. What do we got for you guys? Why don't we just hit this? This from the AP News. New York City's rat-hating mayor, Eric Adams, is once again ticketed for rats at his Brooklyn property. And that's what's crazy, right? Like, you're thinking, well, those dirty heathens, of course they got rats. I mean, New York is nuts. Of course there's rats. But the mayor, I mean, he's got to be rat. Like, he's got to have a house that's rat-free. Somewhere there's got to be rat-free houses. And I would imagine the mayor or, anybody of influence could keep the rats out. However, Mayor Hurt's latest ticket was issued by a health inspector May 16th at a row house he owns in Bed-Stuy. The inspector observed fresh rat droppings and a rat burrow at the front left base of the staircase. Oh, man. Now, the mayor prides himself on keeping his property clean. He will review the summons and follow all standard procedures. He appointed the city's first rat czar last year after posting a help wanted ad seeking applicants who could commit to the wholesale slaughter of the pests. I mean, some of them rats are stinking huge, too, bruh. They are big. They are big. And, I mean, they're the size of dogs. I mean, if they're as friendly, they're chewing on your ankle while you're trying to sleep. Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. Every Thursday I get in here. 4:20, I open a big fat bag of cannabis news, and that is right around the corner. I'm going to play a musical segment. This is brand new by C6 Steve. He does this really big, bluesy, slow kind of anthemic kind of thing called San Francisco Sound 67. I hope you're ready for it. Here it is, C6 Steve, 95 point. Man, that's how you scorch up a pre-420. Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. San Francisco Sound 67. C6 Steve. That's brand new C6 Steve. And I'm a fan of C6 Steve. He plays the old cigar box guitars, the hubcaps, whatever you got. He gonna play it, And I respect it. Speaking of respect, put some respect on my name, sir. It's time. So come on back through here. We're going to talk about cannabis.
Hey, it's Phil from Canna-Heads. Like this episode? Hit that like button. And if you enjoy the show, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on cannabis news, local and national. Listen live on 95.9 in the Fargo, North Dakota region from 4 to 5 p.m. on Thursday. For our non-Fargo region friends, you can listen on your favorite podcast platform. Just search Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. Now enjoy the show.
And we're going to turn her down like that. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing, everybody? How's my babies doing? Good? All right. Yeah. It's Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. That's me, 420. It's going to happen right now. And I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Man, I got so much stuff, I don't know where to begin. So let's see. We'll start with Cannabis Moment again. North Dakota cannabis activists say they already have more than half the signatures. And again, I got a current count, and it's closer to 10,000. This week, we've internally verified 8,300, with even more pending review from voters statewide. So again, backers have until April 25th, 2025 to collect at least 15,582. To qualify the measure for this year, though, they need them by July 8th, which is coming up soon. The new measure, adults 21 and older would be able to possess up to 1 O of cannabis flower. 9-420, my brother's shouting out. What's up, buddy? Under the new measure, adults 21 and older would be able to possess up 1 O, 4 grams of concentrate, 300 megs of edibles, which I think is a trap, you know? I mean, it just sounds like something they're going to ease you into and go, oh, how many milligrams do you have here, sir? Looks like you got 325. Then what? Is it a criminal offense? Then what's up? So anyway, new economic frontier, close to 10,000. They need 16,000 here by July 8th. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Here we got Cannabis Moment. NFL sued by player who was fined over $500,000 for positive THC tests caused by prescribed cannabis medication. This is a different one because it's prescribed and it's a medication. It's, what is this stuff? What is it? Where are we here? Where is this stuff? What's it called, huh? Anyway, it's a synthetic cannabinoid. Oh, Dronabinol. It's to treat anxiety, PTSD disorder, and pain. It's an approved cannabis medication. He was fined, though. Says he was caused by his prescribed use of synthetic cannabinoid. Now, while the NFL and its players' union agreed to end the practice of suspending players in 2020, it's continued to fine players over positive THC. Well, see, then again, it's like, you can do it, but we're going to charge you $500,000. For the first through third positive test, the fine is half a week's salary. A fourth in each subsequent test after is punishable by a fine equal to 3 weeks' salary. Thus, if Mr. Gregg takes his medication as prescribed, he is fined 75% of his salary and earns 25%. Oh, so since the time that the NFL rejected his request for an accommodation, he paid out $532,000. Mr. Gregory is entitled to the full protection of Colorado anti-discrimination laws. The NFL and Broncos ignored Colorado state law and have refused to engage in good faith. It is an violation of CADA for the NFL. The NFL and the Broncos are not above the law. Attorneys for Gregory also pointed out the cannabis-based drug is an alternative to opioids and benzos, which are fraught with significant side effects and addiction issues. So, the NFL itself has committed significant funding to research into whether CBD can serve as an effective opioid alternative. See, and so that's crazy. So NFL's like, yeah, we're not going to penalize you. You can still play. We're just going to make you pay. And we're actually going to pay you out of your check so we don't actually have to pay you as much. It sounds beautiful. All right. Here we got something fun for you. High Times Magazine. Woman claims dog came back from PetSmart High. And again, I mean, how did the dog tell you, lady? The dog go, hey, Mom, guess what? They gave me THC at PetSmart. Shut up. Yeah, I'm really high. Are you serious, dog? Because the last time you said there were brownies under the cupboard and you were lying, dog. You're always sniffing your balls saying stuff. You know? How can I believe you, dog? He's like, I'm serious, Mom. They gave it to me in the PetSmart. I mean, what? This lady should be busted for drugs. A PetSmart in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania was cleared after a woman claimed her dog ate a gummy infused with THC while being groomed there. She took her dog to get groomed, claimed her dog was stinking high when she got her dog. However, an investigation into the matter found no traces of THC in the dog system, and the pet store chain was cleared of any wrongdoing. Kelly said that when she picked up her dog, he was lethargic and repeatedly fell over. He had been there for 4 hours. Where? The PetSmart? Crazy. Well, maybe he was tired from standing up for 4 hours. He was always good. This was not normal behavior. Well, I don't know. Neither is standing there for 4 hours while you get cut up, while you get your hair cut. Teddy, her dog Teddy, it doesn't sound like a big dog either. What you taking? Okay, so this was not normal behavior. And the vet did say for him to have THC in his system and for him to have a reaction, it would have been in a 30 to 90-minute window. According to a vet report, the 8-pound dog's urine was tested and came back negative, but claimed there is a high false negative rate of tests that are run on pets. There's always like some, well, it was clear, but it's a dog, so, I mean, it's not like we've ever really, what do you think, we drug test dogs on the regular? Wait. Do you think we even have them? We just tested her for COVID. We don't know. Footage was available, and the dog also wasn't seen eating anything that could have been inedible. There are certainly other factors that could lead to strange behaviors from a dog. Yeah, they're a dog. So, this lady, she goes, this is the last post I'm going to write about my dog. And I'm being called a liar all over the internet. Bottom line is, I will never know what truly happened to him, and I know it happened there. He was fine in the morning and was there for so long and half asleep, falling over when I picked him up because he was there for 4 hours. So many people have messaged me with their pets at PetSmart. They never find the evidence in these cases. Yeah, but whatever. CBD, however, not THC, can help dogs, FYI. My grand dogs utilize CBD because they throw up and stuff. This isn't a cannabis story, but this is out of the BBC. South Korea to resume loudspeaker broadcasts over border in Balloon Row. You guys know what's going on with this North-South Korea thing? North Korea is sending trash balloons. Are you kidding me? Over 300 North Korean trash balloons were detected over Saturday and Sunday, with around 80 landing in South Korea, carrying scrap paper and plastic sheets. Now, initially, I thought they were full of, like, poop and maggots and, I don't know, stuff that you would send over to your enemy. I mean, you sending over recycling, bruh? Ooh, you dirty dog. Would you send over here paper? Oh, you want a war, bruh? You want a war? You keep sending scrap paper and plastic sheet balloons over into my country, buddy, and you'll see the fire. And the fire... So last month, North Korea prepared to send at least 200 balloons carrying rubbish over the border in retaliation, for propaganda leaflets. Now, this is crazy. It's like passing notes in high school, except one country's got nuclear bombs, and the guy's crazy, and he doesn't know how to get a mid-fade. He really needs to fire his barber. But that's neither here nor there. North Korea resumed its waste campaign against its neighbor, okay? Because the South were sending balloons containing leaflets, dollars, and South Korean pop music. Okay? They were sending dollar bills and USB sticks with K-pop, which is banned in the North. So now the broadcasts have included news as well as information on democracy and whatever. But you can hear it as much as 6.2 miles across the border in a day and 15 miles at night. In May, a South Korea-based activist group claimed it had sent 20 balloons carrying anti-Pyongyang leaflets and USB sticks containing Korean pop. I mean, not a cannabis story, but if you're on cannabis right now, I bet I tripped you out. Huh? I bet that's not trippy. People sending trash bag balloons into other countries is cray-cray. All right. Advocates in Nebraska still pushing for signatures for medical cannabis. Nebraska needs it. We got a South Dakota story here from Kilo Land, or maybe it's Kalo Land. Forget what my son-in-law said. Is it Kalo? Kilo? Kello. Kello like yellow? Medical cannabis businesses in South Dakota will be required to pay substantially more for the state registration certificates starting later this year. The price of the annual certificate will rise to 9 Gs. It's currently 5 Gs. State Department oversees the South Dakota cannabis program. The department set the amount at 5 in state rule 3 years ago when the program began. That was the maximum set in state law that voters passed. Of course, the law and the rule called for the amount to be adjusted annually for inflation. That's how the original 5 grew to 5,300. Now, check out what they want it to be. I mean, I hate money-loving, grubbing legislation. They want to raise the fee. Of course they want to raise the fee. They don't do anything. They don't incorporate any of their sweat and tears. They just say, you now have to pay more. And I hate that. I mean, it's the same thing with your tabs and everything goes up. A postage stamp. Nothing goes down. So the department's original request called for the fee cap to be raised to, are you ready for this? 28,000 Gs. That was an exception to the general policy, who hadn't recommended most other fee increases that reached her office. Instead, the Senate amended down the fee cap in law to 20 Gs. Okay? Senators also took the unusual but legal step of directing that a change be made to an administrative rule. They added wording to raise it to 14,000. And the Senate passed that amended version 22-11. Legislation moved to the House. Panel further amended the fee down to 10,000. Agreeing to a call from Republican Gary. And then the House called for further changes. One was amending the fee and rule down even further to 9,000. These were accepted on a voice vote. House members then voted 59-10 to approve its version. I mean, the greedy dogs, right? The greedy dogs. Okay, you guys ready for this? North Dakota woman charged with first-degree felony possession for bong water. Now, before I get started, this isn't cannabis bong water. This is a methamphetamine water. This is the... And if anybody out there's drank meth water, my brother's listening right now. I got to believe he has. I think I've drank the bong water. I know I've, reheated the stems up and stuff. And I think I might have snorted that residue in like those cottons that you'd shoot up. I will be 3 years sober. August 27th of this year. So this isn't a recent story I'm referencing to myself. But I was definitely, before God got into my life, I was a major addict. Full stop. North Dakota woman, but I don't know if I've ever drank meth bong water. I feel like I have, though. I feel like I've mixed it with Sprite and banged it back. But Jessica Besky, I don't know if anybody's heard of her. Maybe she's your friend. After being pulled over in Minnesota, and here's the point of contention with this whole story, too, is because stinking Governor Walz, he passed a law that stems and residue was legal, was not punishable anymore. You could have... Okay, so here we go. Jessica now faces 30 years in prison and a fine of up to $1 million. 43-year-old Jessica from Fargo, that's where I'm from, was pulled over by the police while traveling through Minnesota, coincidentally back from winning a grip load from the casino. Now she faces prison time for possessing bong water and other cannabis paraphernalia. Besky was pulled over for speeding. Get it? When officers approached her vehicle, they smelled cannabis, searched her car. They didn't find any cannabis. They did find a bong with bong water, as well as a glass jar with a crystal substance and an undefined number of pipes. Wait a minute. What? Undefined? What, was there like a hollowed out cucumber with a suspicious carb hole? What do you mean? An undefined number of pipes? What? Huh? A residue test revealed that the bong water, the para, and the glass jar all contained traces of methamphetamines. Traces now, people. Additionally, the bong weighed 8 ounces, but the jar allegedly weighed 13.2 in total with the packaging. According to Besky, the jar was the packaging, and there wasn't enough of what was inside for them to weigh on its own, so it had to be weighed along with the jar, which that's just typical no good. She also claims she had no drugs on her at the time of the incident. However, Besky now has been charged with first-degree felony possession because of the bong water. State law equates 8 ounces of bong water with 8 ounces of methamphetamine. Are you kidding me? Because I can assure you, if she had 8 ounces of methamphetamine, she'd have sold at least 2 ounces before she got back to Fargo, just so she could get some more cannabis, because apparently she was out. She didn't have any drugs on her. So she would have sold some of that. Did some of that. It's crazy. Minnesota-based drug reform activist Curtis told the Minnesota Informer that prosecuting Besky is an abuse of the law's intent. The legislative intent behind the weight-based threshold is to approximate whether a person is an end user or a dealer. The fact that some county prosecutors are subverting that clear intent, are charging end users as though they are wholesalers, ruining their lives in the process, is shameful. Law enforcement also proceeded to seize her car and $2,400 in cash, which she said won at a casino. So, in an interview, Besky explained her frustration. It's against common sense. It's against everybody's common sense. In May 2023, Governor Tim Walz signed a bill into law that decrimmed drug para, which specifically states that the law applies even if there's leftover drug residue present. Treating bong water as a mixture capable of sustaining a first-degree felony controlled substance charge does not meet the purposes, aims, or objectives. Bong water is not marketed or sold. Bong water is usually discarded unless, you're a freak, when the smoker is finished with the consumption of the smoke filtered through the bong water. A person is not more dangerous or likely to wreak more havoc based on the amount of bong water. Isn't that crazy? Nuts. Now, here's another one from High Times. FDA flags infused chocolate bars, say they cause seizures. So don't eat Diamond Shrooms chocolate bar. Okay? Everybody's out there Googling it right now. We got to get a hold of some of that seizure-causing chocolate bar. You feel me? The FDA warned in a recent post, not all edibles hit the same. These will hit you in the seizure. Diamond Shrooms are infused with hemp-derived CBD in the Delta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and whatever they're putting in them is making people sick. Since the bar's main ingredients was hemp-derived, they can be bought in nearly any state. However, people who became ill after eating them reported a variety of severe symptoms, including seizures, depression, hypotension, and vomiting. It's possible that the reported symptoms were simply Delta 8, but those types of products generally don't lead to hospital visits. Now, Fox report news that the chocolate bars contain a blend of nootropic ingredients, including hemp-derived compounds. So who knows? Who knows, right? Desantis, this from Cannabis Moment. DeSantis claims Florida cannabis legalization ballot measure will let people bring 20 joints to an elementary school. Now, I'm not sure where he gets this 20 from, but he's claiming if you vote yes in November in Florida, you'll be able to bring 20 joints to an elementary school. And he again complained about the prevalent odor of cannabis that he said was a result from the reform. Even if you have no interest in cannabis, cannabis will have an interest in you. DeSantis is really kind of poetic, isn't he? In the latest alarmist comments from the governor, who recently launched a political action committee called the Florida Freedom Fund, 3 Fs, to oppose the cannabis proposal. DeSantis said the reform will provide for no penalties for use of possession, civil, criminal, anything. I think it's going to be very difficult for businesses to operate without that infringing on them. I think you're going to see you'll be able to bring 20 joints to elementary schools. Is that going to really be good for the state of Florida? I don't think so. DeSantis also reprised his claim that if cannabis is approved, cities such as Tampa will smell like cannabis. Like when you go outside, it'll smell because the initiative is written so broadly. How the court will let the language on the... Oh, no, you read the language, it does not do justice. DeSantis. Get your life together, buddy. But the smell, I was in St. Louis last year in July, and dude, it's stinky. I don't mind cannabis smell. Out of all the smells, I'd much rather smell cannabis in the beet plant out of Wahpeton or just sewage plants. This is from Cannabis Moment. American Medical Association endorses drug decrim, which is interesting because I guarantee you the AMA is familiar with Portland, familiar with Vancouver, familiar with like the Tenderloin District. You know, they decriminalized in Portland, and it's not good. So it's like, well, why are these guys now endorsing it? Well, they believe they can handle it a little better. They believe that just Portland did it wrong and that there is a right way to decrim. But it is interesting, the American Medical Association, the AMA, I mean, that's an acronym that everybody's familiar with. And so with this rescheduling and the AMA getting behind it, and there's cop groups that are pro cannabis legalization now, and that never used to be. And just in the state of North Dakota with this new economic frontier, there's new money. The hounds are smelling cash. And you're going to see all of a sudden just things kind of flip almost nonchalantly. And fentanyl use has certainly been the kind of the pivot, the linchpin pivot for a lot of this stuff. You know, let's legalize this so we can combat these other things that are way worse. And I'm with it. You're listening to Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. I'm Wilson. Every Thursday I get in here, 4:20, open a big fat bag of cannabis news. And I'm doing it again. And we're getting about to the end. Stinky Arts Music Mart is up next. If he's up next, I'm sure he's up next. I can't really smell him yet, but it's early. So Stinky Arts Music Mart. And again, there's other stuff going on the other days of the week here at KRFF. So don't sleep on us. American Medical Association endorses drug decrim. That sounds like a big deal. Cannabis Moment again. Key House Committee blocks all pro and anti-cannabis reform amendments to defense bill. However, they're maintaining the ban on testing military recruits for THC. So a powerful House committee has blocked all proposed cannabis amendments, some that were pro and some were anti-reform. That means a measure included in the base bill to prevent branches from testing as the condition has been left intact despite opposition from the White House. So it advanced through the Armed Services Committee that would prevent military branches for testing recruits for cannabis for enlistment or commission. And I'm with it. Because again, cannabis use before you go and fight for our freedoms, inconsequential at the end of the day, don't you think? And especially, 18, they can smoke, they can fight, but they can't have cannabis. It probably helped them get ready mentally for the war anyway. So that's good news. Everything's good news. It's been a good show. Jessica, I hope things work out. There ain't no way the lawyers are going to get that to stick. What did I say? How many? So much methamphetamine in that bong water. It's just not going to happen. I just don't know how much is going to end up costing poor Jessica to stay out of prison for the rest of her life. Now this whole undefined amount of paraphernalia trips me right out. What do you mean an undefined amount? Count them. 1, 2, 3. What do you mean undefined? It seems like the undefining is what's got this poor Jessica hemmed up. Define it. It's a jar and it's a bong. This undefined paraphernalia just got my brain twisted up, Brett. But anyway, you've been listening to Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. I'm wrapping this show up. Programming on KRFF, LPFM, Radio Free Fargo 95.9 is being underwritten by Flatland Guitar and Lutherie. Flatland Guitar is your full-service guitar shop and your exclusive dealer for Yamaha, Taylor, Paul Reed Smith guitars, and other brands. They sell guitars on consignment. They take trade-ins. They have a full-service on-site repair center. Check out Flatland Guitar and Lutherie on Facebook or visit them in person at 1450 25th Street South in Fargo. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays 10 to 5, closed on the Lord's Day. Thank you for joining me. This has been really fun. I'm going to play another ditty. It's brand new, and it's Fish. Hey, Stranger. On 95.9. It's all they know. That's all they know. Hey, Stranger. Brand new Fish on KRFF 95.9 LPFM, RadioFreeFargo.org. We're streaming everywhere on this blue and green marble. We can get into your ear hole. Canna-Talk ND with Wilson. That's me. Wrapping up another show for y'all. I get in here 4 o'clock, 4:20, open a big fat bag of cannabis news. Stinky Arts Music Mart is on deck. Just, man, it stinks in here. So get ready for that. This show is brought to you by Black Cottage Alchemy. Black Cottage Alchemy on Facebook. 1,200 mgs of locally grown hemp whipped up into a tub full of stuff made for your outer body. So put it on your outer body. Black Cottage Alchemy, thank you for sponsoring this show. I believe God created cannabis for us to use as we see fit. I show him props every Sunday. 417 Main Avenue, Antioch Church. 10 a.m. we do a recovery. If you got a monkey on your back and you've kicked said monkey off your back, but you can feel that little banana eater on your pant leg, come on through. God's got you, bruh. 11 a.m. worship. And I think I've just about tidied up the room here, so I've made my bed. I'm about out of here. I got a full day of stuff to do. Thank you for listening to me. Again, Stinky Arts Music Mart right after me. Educate yourselves on the benefits of cannabis so you can educate others on said benefits. I'll be back in next Thursday. Again, New Economic Frontier. They're petitioning. They're about 10,000 signatures. They need 16. Get out there somewhere and sign if you haven't. All dispensaries in all the towns in the state of North Dakota has got a signature. Tochi Products here, Orange Records, Bismarck, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you next Thursday again. Stinky Arts Music Mart up next right now. Judgment Day. David Allen. Peace.